Hello, this is Sheshachalam from Astro Guide Mysore. Today, let us talk about Mars' position in the fourth house. We all know that the fourth house has a lot of attributes. First of all, it is the Kendra. Kendra being materialistic points of the chart. We all know that the four Kendras are the first, fourth, seventh, and tenth. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. These are the names of the Kendras. So Dharma, the first house, that is where the righteousness, the good, the bad, the discretionary power, everything comes. The fourth house is Artha. Artha is all that you can buy, all that which can be valued in the sense of measurements like land, like property, like a car, like whatever you possess, like gold, the cash, the currency. So whatever is and can be valued for a commercial use. No, this is not value. Is not means it does not mean that the human values, and that comes in the first house. So here this value is purely materialistic, and that comes as artha in the fourth house. The fourth house also has many important significations, that is karakatvas, like mother is seen from the fourth house. Then we see travel in with regard to pilgrimage and happy travel, that is mostly tourists who go from place to place to just have a happy time. So it's a short travel of to good places like resorts, like beaches, like mountain trekking, and all these things can be seen from the fourth house, and hence it is also for luxury vehicles and normal vehicles also. So the fourth house is also for sukha. Sukha means happiness. So here one should understand that if the fourth house becomes strong, then the 10th house becomes weak. As I had told you that day, that these are opposites. The fourth and the 10th are opposites of each other. And if sukha, that is happiness, becomes more, that is, if a person gives more importance only to be materialistically happy, enjoyment, entertainment, here happiness, sukha, is enjoyment. So if he gets into a time full only focused towards enjoyment and recreation, then what will happen to his professional life and his job? It will bear the burnt. So if the 10th house becomes extremely strong, then the fourth, you don't get the enjoyment at all. You will be working and working. You will become a workaholic. So here one should understand, if an aggressive planet like Mars is positioned in the fourth house, it gives a tendency to the person to enjoy, to have a great gala of a time, to party, to have entertainment. So this is one place where Mars does not do good. Though from this house it aspects the 10th and the 11th, and also it aspects the 7th house, which are the other two Kendras, the 7th and the 10th. But with all that, the aspect is okay, but the placement of Mars in the fourth is not such a great position, because it unnecessarily motivates a person into having an extravagant life. We keep telling, there are many sayings that even if there is no money to feed yourself, the person would want to have a better shirt or a pant. So this saying goes in Kannada, like ಹೊಟ್ಟೆಗೆ ಹಿಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಜುಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಮಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೂವು. So that means if even there is no food for the stomach, the juttige mallige hoovu means the woman would want to have herself ornated with flowers. So it's not only for the woman, there is no gender specific in this particular, it's a saying. It's as to say that a person will go beyond the realistic levels for enjoyment and buying things. So he will go beyond his limit. Like if he is his capacity of repaying a loan would be 6 lakhs, he would go for a 10 lakh loan. So that is what Mars is. It doesn't think much about going, they will have that aggressiveness, telling that I can do it, I can do it. So always being too positive and too overconfident, people will get locked up into too much of loans, and then it will be a lot of tension. So that's one thing. The second point here with regard to the mother is when an invigorated planet, a very hard and a rash planet like Mars sitting in the fourth house, until unless the moon is not good for the native's mother, as it might give problems of the blood, and it might give problems of the stamina, like, because wherever Mars sits, it sucks up the energy from that place, and fourth house is mother, and it sucks up the energy from that place. So we need to have good positions, and planets in good positions, like from the fourth, the eighth is good, and the 10th is good, and we need to have planets like Jupiter, or moon, or even Mercury sitting there, so that we can calm down the aggressiveness of Mars. So let me go through some more points here. There will be a lot of quarrel, misunderstanding, judgmental problems in families, disagreements within the family, which is once again not such a great thing to happen for any native. So impatience and self-centeredness. Sometimes people think that people with Mars in the fourth house are more selfish. They are not selfish, they are self-centered. They will first think about themselves, but they will also think about others. It's selfish people who only think about themselves, they don't think about others. But here it is self-centeredness, that they keep themselves in the center first, and then they would take care of others. So a very fast and easy tendency to make bad company. This is a thing which is very difficult to understand, but one without the Mars in the fourth house will very clearly understand that the company what these people are going around in a young age, in an young age, that's like in the higher schools or in the colleges, would not be that great, because there would be a tendency to get into addiction, get into very bad behavior, get into foul mouth, so many things. So foul language. So these people would always want to keep traveling around, they want to keep moving around. So the marketing job would be the best job for these people. So erections of companies like oil companies have want people who are very good engineers who can do erection job. So Mars usually gives an attribute of a person going into electrical science, or a person going into mechanical science. So anyway, civil engineering, mechanical engineering, core engineering subjects are indicated, are actually signified by Mars. So this signification will make that person a very highly skilled person. But because of Mars in the fourth house, the job what he might get would be like a transferable job, that every 2 years or 1 year he will be shifting, or he will be like an international traveler going from one place to another place on marketing business. So yeah, so if this is not the case, and in case where a person is not into a marketing job, then there will be unfortunately this person will be shifting residences, like one residence for 6 months, again another residence for 2 years, again another residence for 6 months. So he will be shifting residences, which is not such a great thing to happen. So people with this particular position can go into public works department, go into construction, go into road making, into railways, into pipelines, into all that which is a transporting kind of a job, like couriers, like freight, even become locomotive engineers, locomotive drivers, truck drivers, bus drivers, luxury car drivers. So all those people who are into a job where movement is required, so that comes under Mars. there are also other possibilities like people can become surgeons. So that requires some other planetary combination, but still Mars will be in the fourth house, and people can become very good surgeons, and they can also go into businesses of the medical field, businesses of construction field, and even welding, smelting, all these factory items or factory work can be done by people who are having Mars in the fourth house. So thank you very much for today's class.